Hi everyone, welcome back to Our Hollywood. I'm Daniel.
I'm Kim.
And it's bright and early. Wait, it's actually 10 a.m.
It's literally like 10 a.m. Well, we both slept really late.
Yeah, I got back at 4 a.m. last night.
Oh my god, 4 a.m.?
Yeah.
It took, what time does okay, well Daniel went to Horror Nights last night. Yeah. How late is it open?
Till 2 a.m.
Oh my god, I see the tired in your eyes.
That's okay, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I'm ready to talk about award shows. Because I love award shows, honestly.
Okay, well, we're getting ahead of ourselves. We would love if you rate our podcast 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. That definitely does help. Follow our social medias at our.hollywood on Instagram, at our Hollywood on TikTok, our Hollywood on YouTube, and at our Hollywood on Letterboxd. I wish on Spotify you could like rate. I feel like it would help a lot of smaller podcasts.
And artists too, if you could like maybe like I don't know how they would do it.
Or like a community playlist or something, like a regional playlist or like a San Diego indie people playlist. I mean, they pay people to make playlists, so I'm sure they could pay somebody to moderate a playlist to make sure people could submit to it, and then whatever moderator. Oh my god, my ideas.
You should tell them Spotify.
Because like I love podcasts now. It's like I love them so much, but finding ones that aren't like attached to celebrities or like already famous people is like genuinely so hard. It's
like impossible almost.
It is like all the lists, and it's like the same podcast on every list on Spotify. That's my only complaint about Spotify.
The Tana podcast on literally everything.
Literally. Well, no, I see Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has his own like little section. It's kind of crazy.
This is multiverse on
and Spotify. Then like Call Her Daddy now. Well, I guess like it makes sense because Spotify paid so much money for them to have like exclusive. It can only be on there, so I guess that makes sense. You need to make your money back, but like also do something for like they should like make a program for like smaller podcasts to like submit to like be featured, right?
They did like this like little program where it was like small podcasts and I signed up for it, but it was like a little seminar that was like 30 minutes and that was it. I didn't learn anything from it.
Do better.
Yeah, because that was really disappointing. Anyways,
did you watch anything this week?
I did.
What'd you watch?
Wait, did you watch anything?
Yeah.
Okay, you go first because mine is spoilers, so that way people can just skip it.
I started some shows. I need to finish them. Well, also one of them, like not all the episodes have come out yet. So first one is the D'Amelio show. The D'Amelio show. So I feel so bad for Charlie and Dixie. Like I do and I don't, because obviously they have so much more money than I do. Yeah. So like there's always going to be a piece of me that's like, well, like at least you have money, like because that solves a lot of like issues, and like Dixie wouldn't be able to have a music career if like she didn't have the money and like X, Y, and Z. But I feel bad for them in aspects of like especially Charlie, like I know this is gonna like fuck her up a little bit. Like have a little bit of trust issues. I'm like, okay, I feel so conflicted because like obviously her parents care about her. Obviously they do. But also they are milking the absolute shit out of their child. And that is really painful to see. Dude, like literally in the second episode, they're having like a meeting with Charlie's team, right? And literally there's a binder for every month of 2021. And it's like a thick ass binder being like, this is what you're going to do. Imagine being 16, 17 years old and having your entire month planned out for you already, or your entire year planned out for you already. Like this is when this clothing is gonna come out, and this is when this ring light is gonna come out, whatever the fuck. Like because they literally have ring lights in TJ Maxx. Did you know that? I have seen them. Yeah, so like stuff like that. And it's just like, and they try to keep on saying like, well, I wouldn't force my daughters to do anything they didn't want to do, but I'm like, she became the breadwinner overnight. Like there's already a built-in amount of pressure on her because it's like, well, if I don't do anything, then like we're gonna lose everything. Like I know she's like, I'm sure she's smart, like obviously, but like you're still a kid at the end of the day, and like I don't know, I'm just very protective over like young people that get famous really quick, because it's like look at Justin Bieber. Look at Justin Bieber, dude. Like,
I mean, he's better now.
But like for a really long time he wasn't, and like that's because he blew up when he was so young, and like it really does impact your, like it impacts you, you know. Obviously it's going to, and like I just feel sad a little bit, and I wish like young people, like, when it comes to that, they would have more say, because it's like you can still make a lot of money on social media but still kind of like be able to live your life. You
don't need a Hulu show and a clothing line, and like you could still make money.
Exactly. And
maybe it's not as much money, but like then you'll also have a life.
But you don't need that much money. You know, there's only like, you need a certain amount of money to be like pretty good for the rest of life. Like invest that shit. I'm sure they have. So that's my thing. I need to finish it, but it's so interesting, to be honest.
It reminds me of in the Billie Eilish documentary, the one that came out like last year, I think, or the Apple TV one or whatever. There was this one part where it was like after concert, and she was like tired, and her mom and I don't know if it was her mom, it might have been her manager, I don't remember. They were like, "Oh, Billie, come here, come meet these people, and she was so upset. She's like, "I don't know any of these people." It was like the people who like pay for stuff, like the sponsors, and they wanted to take pictures with her, and she was like, "I don't want to meet any of these people. I don't know who these people are," and she was like on the verge of tears. And I was like, this is depressing. Dude,
yeah, it's probably existential as fuck, too. Yeah. Like, I mean, like, they show, like, Dixie and Charlie both having, like, mental breakdowns. And it's, like, hard to watch. Especially Dixie's. It was so hard to watch. And they keep on saying, like, oh, they can, like, stop whenever they want. But I'm like, no, they can't. Yeah. Because they risk losing, like, pretty much everything. Like, the stakes are pretty high. Yeah. Because people move on so quickly. Yeah. It's so hard. There's so much. And then I watched The Only Murders in the Building. It's so good. It is so good.
It's so good. First of all, I just want to say you know how like people were like hating on Selena. Wait, why were people hating on Selena? Was there a reason?
People were hating on Selena?
Yeah, but I don't remember. I don't think there was an actual reason. People were just hating on her.
Yeah, you know, like some celebrities just get hated on for a little bit. You know.
Yeah. Well,
it's not her fault. She was. I think it's because like she like stopped doing things for a while, and people were like, "What the fuck is going on?" And she literally was like having lupus, guys. Yeah. She can't control that shit.
Yeah. No. I just want to say like I'm a big Selenator. What are they called? Selenators. Sure. And I think the cooking show like was so good for her rebranding.
Oh my god,
it made me like her 1,000 times more. So that's why when the show came out, I was like, yes, I'm gonna support. And I love it.
It's so good because she's basically like Alex.
Yeah.
So it's
with like a little like dark past.
Yeah.
You know,
like a little depth to it.
Are you caught up?
No.
Okay, never mind then.
I know something happens, but I'm like 3 episodes in.
It's okay. You're only behind.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. I also got renewed for season 2 already.
Oh my god, good.
Yeah.
It's like it's so genuinely good. One of like probably the best shows on television right now, because it's just like I bet you Knives Out's impact.
Oh, 100,000% from in terms of the marketing and the casting and like literally
the vibe, everything. The font. Like it's a really good show.
I love it.
I feel like more people need to watch it.
Yeah, it's also I feel like it's short. I think it's only going to be 6 or 7 episodes.
Yeah, it's I think so, because they probably didn't expect it to like be that big, and it seems like a really big budget. Yeah, it's like they're in a lot of places. Yeah,
so fun. I don't know, I love it so much.
I love the aesthetic of it. Sometimes I feel like it's a little too dark, like color wise.
Okay.
Not like script
yeah,
wise.
I do think it needs to be more colorful. They need to like lean into that a little more, because like that's like what they're going for. Like it's like in the poster, it's in everything. Like
Knives Out does a really good job of like incorporating dark things with like bright colors and stuff like that.
Like there's parts where they're in an apartment and it's just dark and there's nothing really interesting to look at. But then there's parts where she's walking through New York with a bright orange jacket. Yeah. And you're like, fun.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh yeah.
I also honestly think the podcast element of it is like holding it back. I wish it was like they were listening to a podcast.
And I also feel like it wasn't. I don't think it was like super necessary.
It really wasn't. I think there was. I think
they just needed like what's the tie to Gen Z?
Yeah, and I feel like they could have still done it like with the whole element of like they could have been like listening to that one Tina Fey. Wait, never mind.
It's fine.
Okay, well, Tina Fey plays like a podcast like host that does like the huge true crime ones, and so I think it could have even been that just like Tina Fey's podcast was covering it and they were listening to it and trying to solve it as it goes. Because I feel like them trying to record it just doesn't make
that would
any
make more sense, honestly.
But also, I think it's because we have podcasts, so we know how you make one. So the way that they're doing it, I'm like, that's not like, what are they doing?
Yeah,
you know,
honestly.
So it's like throwing me
because
off.
like I've seen like true crime podcasts that cover things as it's happening, so it's like that. I mean, that makes sense. But
it's like, are they even posting? Because he said
it would. I think the podcast part is like throwing me so off. Like maybe like you know how like BuzzFeed, or I don't think they're BuzzFeed anymore, but the Unsolved series, like where they have the camera and stuff. I feel like that makes so much more sense.
Yeah,
just have the camera strapped to you, so it's not like holding you back, and also like. Well, also, I don't know. The podcasting part is so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Hopefully they develop it a little bit more.
Or just throw it out the window.
That okay too.
I don't think they're going to, because it seems to be like the driving point, but like.
Yeah, because I feel like it's going to get like huge at the end, and then like
that's
they're
exactly
going to.
Where it's going.
Yeah, exactly.
It's fine. Well, I'll take it.
I still like it.
Yeah, I still like it too. That's like my only complaint with it.
Yeah.
Also, Steve Martin and
Martin Short.
Kings.
So good.
Oh my God.
They're so funny.
They are.
It's so like, especially like with older comedians, I feel like sometimes like it's hard for them to make like young people laugh.
Yeah.
But like they are so good. But I also think Steve Martin in particular has a chokehold on us because of like Cheaper by the Dozen and like movies like that. Because we were just like, oh my God, this man is just hilarious. He's also just hilarious as like a human.
Yeah. And I think the way they wrote the characters,
National Treasure, to be honest.
No, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be a good show. Like I feel like it's gonna be like a classic show.
I hope.
To be honest, like even if it doesn't get like a lot of seasons, I still feel like it's gonna like.
I hope.
Be like one of those shows that's like, oh my God, have you seen that show?
Yeah. Oh, how fun!
Good I love Selena. That for them.
Yeah. Oh, okay. And then what I watched, we're gonna complete the American Horror Story corner. So, spoilers.
Did it already finish the season?
Almost. They're about to finish.
Oh.
Well, the first chunk.
Oh.
I don't even know if they're connected at this point, honestly. Spoilers for the rest of American Horror Story season 10. Just skip past the pre-show and go to the ad break.
Yeah.
But if you guys remember, last time I was saying how I think there was 2 ways that the story is gonna go, and I said they're either gonna turn Lily Rabe's character into one of the monsters, or they're gonna be like, oh, she doesn't need the pill to prove she's talented.
You're right.
No, ma'am. They literally just turned her into a monster. Isn't that so depressing? So here's what happened. But
you were right then.
Yeah, but I didn't want them to do that.
Oh yeah. But you set the 2 realities and they went with one of them.
I'm so sad about it. Like I literally okay. So the way they come out on Hulu at midnight. So I'm always up at midnight waiting to watch them. Big mistake, because it's like the last thing I watch before bed, and it's like marinating in my head, like before I go to bed. Huge mistake. So like this last episode is like the one right before the finale of this first chunk, and so the mom is like the one she was pregnant. I don't even know if I mentioned that last time. She was pregnant. Whatever. She gives birth. That's kind of how it starts, and then the baby's there, and the little girl, her daughter, is like, she's like fully like hooked on this like pill, because it's like making her play violin like really good. So she's like out of control. She's like being rude to the mom. She's like
young too. She's like 7.
Yeah. She's like, and then she tells the dad, she's like, we don't even need her. She's like, she's not talented. And he's like, she's like, just make her take it, because you know what's gonna happen, and we don't need her anymore. And I was like, oh my God, this little girl's out of control. Like someone needs to kick her. And so the mom is like, they're like gaslighting the hell out of the mom. Like the girl, I'm not even kidding, the little girl, she bites the baby's like newborn baby. She bites the leg to like suck a little bit of the blood out, and the mom like is like screaming, and she's like, it's because newborn blood tastes better. And the mom is like, what? And then they're like gaslighting her, and they're like, no, it's because the baby fell. Like, what are you talking about? And the mom's like, I literally saw it. It's
oh my God.
I hate when they like that. I mean, the episode's called Gaslight, so like I knew it was coming, but like I hate when characters get gaslight. It stresses me out so much.
It just reminds me of like when I get gaslit, and I'm like,
I mean, not to that extent,
because it makes you feel crazy.
Yeah, it does, because she was like, and Lily Rabe is like really, really good. So watching her distress like was like, I was like, I can't do this. The episode was so long. It was like a full hour without ads.
Of just gaslighting?
No. That was like a good half of it. And then there's a point where the little girl just convinces the mom to take the pill. And so for a split second, you're like, oh my God, maybe she was talented enough to like survive. And then no, she starts turning into the monster. And then the dad finds out and is like super pissed. But then like at the end, he's like,
I feel like the little girl knew kind of in the back of her head that her mom. Oh my God, that's evil.
Yeah. And so then the mom turns into this like monster, and the dad is like, honestly, like, this is better because like we were gonna break up anyway. I was like, oh my God. He's like, we were gonna break up anyway. Like I was gonna. He was like, it would have been too painful for you to see me like getting all these awards and everything.
That's deranged.
No. I was like, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. It was so depressing because she was like one of the only likable characters, and then they just turned her into this like monster. And she's like, literally one of the last shots is the little girl walking, like with this like the manager of the dad who's like, she's also evil. They're like walking through and they see the mom like in the cemetery, like just turned fully monster. She's like eating a rabbit, and the little girl, no reaction. And I was like, well, that's depressing. And then
that's how it ends.
That episode.
Oh, okay.
But then the other side story with Macaulay Culkin and Sarah Paulson. It's also about the pills, and so like Macaulay Culkin took it, and he is talented, and so he feels super powerful, and he wants Sarah Paulson's character to take it because like he knows that she's talented, but she's like, it's not worth it. She's like, I don't care if I'm talented or not. Like I paint for myself, and yeah, and he's like, well, I'm gonna leave you no choice. So he like leaves her in the middle of nowhere with like the monsters are all around her. So the only way for her to save herself is take the pill he left her. So she takes it and she paints one last thing on the sand, and then she's like, I know how to end this for both of us. And she kills him in the sand, and then she like she literally bites his neck and rips out his neck, and then she walks into the ocean and kills herself because she's like, it's not worth being a monster like for art. It's so depressing. Can you imagine me watching this at midnight and then being like, okay, bedtime?
Would you take the pill?
No.
Yeah, horrible. I wouldn't either.
Number one, I'm vegetarian. So like,
it's like a meat pill.
No, you have to take. You eat meat. That's what, like, you raw people in blood.
Oh, that's like the side effect of being talented.
Like
that is such like a big analogy.
Yeah. Also, they imply that Quentin Tarantino takes it. By the way, they imply that he took the pill.
I feel like he would, honestly, because he is talented.
Yeah.
So like, of course he's gonna like take the pill to like enhance that.
I don't think I could kill people.
Who perceives... That's too
existential. Would you take the pill?
No, I said no.
Oh.
But I was like, who decides if you have talent or not? It's just in you?
Saying, like, the way they explained it was like, it's in your brain. Like, if it in the frontal lobe or whatever, it's like slightly more like developed.
It's like based on your zodiac sign. It gives like a chart analysis. Yeah.
You're like, I don't know. We could look at your birth time.
Is there a god in American Horror Story?
Oh. I was like, Kim, what's going on?
No.
The devil is there, so it implies that there is.
Okay.
Because the devil's like a character.
And there's like religious people in the show, right?
Yeah.
At some points.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there's aliens. So yeah, I think.
So interesting how they do that.
The mythology is a mess.
I literally could. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I don't think they keep up with it.
They don't.
So.
They fully don't. Anyways, so yeah, I was really.
They're like, it's fantasy. We can make up whatever rules ever.
No, literally, and they cannot decide if they want the world to be connected or not. They cannot decide. I'm like, please make up your mind for the love of God.
Yeah.
Because I'm over it. Like, I don't even care anymore. Like, I don't want to see the murder house ever again. But yeah, I was just really...
it's coming back.
It is coming back. Like, okay, the thing is, with this season, it's like the first time that it's been good again, like, in a while. Like, where I've actually enjoyed it. But that episode was way too much for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they literally had to tweet out, like, a trigger warning.
Oh my God,
they were like, if you or anyone needs help, like, here's a suicide hotline. I'm like, y'all, that episode was too much.
They didn't put it in the show?
It was at the beginning, like the first like when it's too much, like they put like a warning. Yeah. But like, it's just so depressing. I don't know. I was bummed. I was like, I thought y'all. I feel like it just has nothing to say.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they were going in a direction that I thought they were gonna have like a message, and like I don't think they do. Well, there's one episode left, so I won't judge. We'll see.
Okay.
We'll be back next week.
They might save it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Also, by the way, everyone, if there's no episode like one of the upcoming weeks, it's because I cannot schedule for the life of me. I just wanted to give a warning.
Yeah, I told Daniel, I was like, next season, we're going to tell the people that I'm going to contact them through the Instagram. Yeah. I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah, because I can't do this.
I love the transparency we give on this podcast.
Also, in my defense, it's like life is starting again. So this is the first time that like we've been doing, like, we have things to do, and that the guest also has things to do. Because when it was like COVID, they were like, when do you want to do it? They're like, literally whenever. Because like no one was doing anything.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So like,
and people are like, I have class. I like physically have class.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, I forgot that you have to do that.
Yeah.
I was unemployed.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like when you were like, life is starting it, I was like, for who?
Okay, good point. Okay, so we're going to go to our ad break right now. And then we're going to get into our fun little topic. Do we have an official title for this? We should call it The Thing About Award Shows.
Okay.
Okay, bye.
What possessed you to name the episode that?
I don't know.
Okay.
It just kind of popped into my head.
Okay, well, welcome back from our ad break. We don't have a guest, so
No.
Here we go.
But you guys get high quality. That's like the exchange you get.
Yeah.
Like, you want
You're not like straining to hear what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah. You want good audio and good video quality, you don't get a guest. Someday we'll figure out how to do both. But for now, that's the deal. Okay, so how did we think of this topic? Why did we want to tackle this?
Well, you were like, we can't have this episode because I'm going out of town.
Yeah.
And I also am going to be gone all weekend, and my birthday's next week.
There's a lot happening.
Yeah, I honestly didn't realize how much was happening until we were talking about it. And yeah, our schedules just for once didn't align, and it like was chaos.
Yeah. Fully.
So then I was like, I literally was just watching the VMAs the day before, so I was like, let's talk about award shows.
Period. And
I love award shows, which gets us. Well, let's start with how do we feel about award shows?
Love them.
I love them. Okay, like I think it's because like we grew up in like the prime time of award shows, but if I was a kid now, I probably wouldn't care, to be honest, unless I was going into film. I feel like also that's like a big part in why we care is like because of course we're gonna want one of these awards.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Also like I just think award ceremonies are fun in general. Like it's always fun just to get an award. I mean, it sucks to be like a loser. But like it to be nominated honestly in all of these cases is like a pretty big
fun
like
enough,
yeah, exactly.
You
like
get to go.
Yeah, if you get nominated for an Oscar, like you get that on your like little movie poster.
Like Oscar nominated. That's good enough.
Exactly, and you get a medal still.
Yeah.
If you're nominated for Oscar, you get a medal.
Wait,
so like,
really?
I read that. I read it. So like, or was it Grammy? I think it's the Grammys
like
actually.
Like a.
I guess I don't really know. I've never. No one talks about it.
They said you tried.
And also like just like the anticipation of like watching a pop culture moment happen right in front of your eyes is just so appealing to me. It's just so appealing. Like for a while I didn't care a little bit because I think like for the past I want to say like 5 years it's been like a little snooze fest. Yeah. And I honestly, we'll get into my theories, but I do think social media. Yeah. Okay. I think social media kind of ruined award shows, to be honest. Oh. So that's my theory, but we'll get into it. Okay. Out of all of these awards, which one do you want the most?
Okay, so the options are Oscars, Emmys.
Let's do top 2.
Golden Globes. Because
there's so many.
Grammys and Independent Spirit Awards. Okay.
Oh god, when I was younger, I desperately wanted an EGOT so bad. You know what that is?
Yeah, I do. The Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, Tony. Who has one? God. Lady Gaga?
Whoopi Goldberg. I think Lady Gaga's like almost there.
Wait,
I think Lady Gaga does have it.
She has an Emmy, she has an Oscar. Oh wait, I don't think she has a Tony. She's never been on Broadway. Or has she?
I think she has. Have an
Because I know she has an Emmy for American Horror Story. She has an Oscar for Stars Born. And she has a Grammy, obviously.
Oh, yeah. I don't think she has a... Yeah, I don't think she has a Tony.
Oh my god. Lady Gaga on Broadway coming soon.
Wait.
There's no way she's not going for it.
So, no. I don't know why, but they say no. But she's very close.
Yeah.
She will.
She will. There's no way. She's one away.
Yeah.
And she's a great singer live, so there's no way
she's a great actress as well. Yeah. Like, surprisingly a great actress. Like, A Star is Born really, like, threw me for a damn loop. Because I didn't watch Hotel. So I was like...
It's, like, completely different things, and she did great in both of them. Mm-hmm. So, go Lady Gaga. Okay, so I think... Honestly, like, for some reason, the Oscars don't appeal me that much. Like, I'm not going to say no. And, like I would still want one. But I think... For me, it's like either an Emmy or a Golden Globe. Okay. Emmy, I think Emmy. Also, I think they're really pretty. Like
they're so pretty. Yeah,
I love how the Emmys look. And also since it's like TV, I just feel like since I want to go more into TV, I'm like, that's the goal. That's the end game. But also, I want to go to the MTV Awards so bad.
If I was an actor, I would want to get like an MTV movie TV award. I feel like it's only fun for actors.
Cause like if we do like there's no way we're going for like writing, directing, like any of that.
No, they don't do like best screenplay at the MTV.
They do like
movie
best
awards.
case.
Yeah,
Influencer maybe.
I wouldn't want that one. Peace and love.
It's like best TikTok influencer. Do they have to have that?
I don't think yet. I think that's what the streamies are for, and like the webbies and stuff.
I want to go to the streamies, but I do not want one.
Actually, no. I do think Kids' Choice Awards has like best influencer or whatever.
Oh my God.
Anyways,
I would love to be slimed.
I'm sure you can make that happen.
No, but like on the awards, not just like in my house.
Yeah, I feel like it's not that hard.
Yeah, no.
Perhaps.
I don't know. They slime everyone and everything.
Yeah. For me, I really want an Independent Spirit Award. Because I feel like that's one of the only like kind of sacred ones left, I feel like. But also just like it's like cool girl factor as well.
It is cool girl factor, yeah.
It's like the cool girl of the awards. Like it's the only one that still has that like title, I feel like. Actually, all of them are cool. Let's get that like on. I would be honored to have any of these awards genuinely because I'm a sucker for this kind of stuff.
Same.
But I really like the energy of the Independent Spirit Award.
I like the energy too. I would, if Audrey Plaza is hosting, I would be like, I will choose that one.
Yeah.
But if she's not hosting, I don't care.
Okay.
Also, I love how Grammys is on here, but there's no way we would ever get a Grammy. Like I think because we're not going into like music. Are you considering a music career that I didn't know about?
I've thought about it, but it's probably not going to happen.
Actually, for score.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That's where my head was at originally.
Oh, yeah.
Do they have a best soundtrack?
They do.
Yeah, I would want that. Imagine
the composers win it.
Oh fuck.
Yeah. I mean, your movie still get. I mean, if it's in your movie, like you.
You still get the award.
Yeah. But like it's like mainly the composers.
Maybe I can get an EGOT then.
Yeah, you could perform a song for your.
I would suck it up if it was for a Grammy or a Tony. I would suck it up in a heartbeat. Yeah. I'd be like, they would just have to be like, "This could be your moment," and I'd be like, "Okay, I got it. Go, go."
You're one inspirational speech away from an EGOT.
No, literally, it's true. It's true.
Okay. Why? Okay, wait. Before we start with the
I still have a couple questions.
Oh my God, it's a Q&A.
Well, I was just like, why are award shows a thing? I Googled it. And basically, like, obviously it's been around for, like, ever.
Yeah.
Because, like, Rome and shit. Like, because of, like, Olympics and yada, yada.
The way the Romans, like, their impact. No, like, literally. Like, if you think about it, they really did.
Yeah, but they fell so fucking hard.
Yeah, they did.
It's giving America.
No, it is.
Anyways, all empires that rise must fall is just like what is looming in my head.
But can they fall like after we're dead? Like I don't want to watch.
I think we're gonna see it, which is why desperately any production company in Canada or London, dear God, please take me away from here. But basically, like it just kind of like started. There was like no set answer on like when it started. It was just like some people wanted to do award shows for the arts and media, so we started. Like the first Oscars was only 15 minutes long. And then like I think the Foreign Press or something, or the Academy, which was one of those, like there was only like 8 members at first. They just kind of like decided, they're like, oh, I guess we're like the press now, so
wow,
now we get to do awards. I was so simple back then, like in the 40s and 50s.
They really would just do whatever they wanted.
They were just literally they were like, we're trailblazers.
Yeah,
we can do whatever. It's the Wild West.
Oh my God.
Me and my Wild West vest today.
Oh, is that the theme?
No, this is the only thing I could figure out to style today. I was having a rough morning. So yeah, that's why award shows are a thing. And obviously because we live in a society.
Thank you.
It got commercialized, and
of course,
that's just capitalism.
It's
capitalism, baby.
Yeah, it's all
red,
about
white, and blue.
Okay.
Freedom.
Okay. It's all about like ads at this point. It's like the Super Bowl, like
That's why it's like soiled.
yeah, like they
No.
like will play.
Super Bowl is fun though.
Yeah, I just watch them on Twitter after.
Yeah, I don't sit and watch the Super Bowl
I
anymore.
I cannot.
I'll go to a party for like buffalo chicken dip, 100%.
Oh, free food is free food.
Exactly. I'll just sit outside. I'll sit on my phone or something.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
yeah.
paying attention.
But I think the thing with like the Oscars, I feel like it's like when you're watching, you're like, oh my god, what new trailer are we gonna see?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like slightly more exciting.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And I think the ones that feel the most commercialized are like the MTV Awards and the VMAs. Like they fully just feel like one big commercial.
Yeah, that's true.
Where the other ones.
So why do you
like,
think people still care about them? Like, why hasn't
think they're
how
starting
haven't
not
they
to.
stopped?
I truly think they're starting not to. I think the only people who care are like Hollywood, honestly.
I think they're starting to care again
Really?
because I feel like TikTok, honestly, their impact. Because like I see that's like all my For You pages. I mean, obviously the ratings are still gonna go down because
Yeah.
a lot of people do that thing where they only watch like the highlights on Twitter and stuff. But I think because TikTok has kind of brought back like that sensation of like watching it live and live tweeting it,
Mm-hmm.
it's like bringing back like the excitement of, you know. So I think that's another reason why a lot of people would rather watch it as it's happening so they could have like their viral moment.
That's true though, because like there was like a chunk of time where like it didn't really matter if you watched it live because you were gonna find out the next day anyway.
Mm-hmm. There was like nothing getting you to like watch it.
Yeah.
But
Also,
now like people want to be in the know so bad.
yeah.
Which like me.
Me too.
It's at me. I am the person.
I don't think.
It's weird because like you do, but then you don't.
Yeah, like if I miss it or if I'm late to it, like sometimes, because we still have cable for some reason. So like,
Same.
if we like are recording it, I will wait like 30 minutes so I can fast forward through the commercials.
Oh, maybe that's another thing is like most people don't even have cable anymore.
Yeah.
So like the people that do got the upper hand.
'Cause
But
some-
also it's just like why not just stream it on
they do
your
stream some of them.
sites.
Hulu has.
Yeah,
The
I was about to say
Oscars?
Hulu like streams stuff.
Or is it the
So, like,
Emmys? Oscars has.
I think
mean,
it's the
Hulu has one
Emmys.
of them. Because I remember watching them on Hulu.
I don't think it's the Oscars because they have beef with streaming sites.
Oh my
We'll get into that.
God.
So let's move into the Oscars.
Okay.
So the first Oscars was in 1929. It was 15
Wow.
minutes long, which is so jarring
I wish it was still 15
because now
minutes
it's
long.
like 3 hours long.
It's too long.
You know, I have a story about the Oscars.
Okay.
It's like so heartbreaking, honestly. Like it haunts me in my dreams. Like Darby and I, in college, our future roommate,
Yeah.
we
Me confused
would
because I don't know where
always
this is going.
go to like you know
Like the events.
like events
Yeah.
and like tapings of shows and stuff. And so we got tickets to like go watch A Wrinkle in Time, like first, you know, like a
Okay.
screening of it. And then we were like, oh, okay, we don't want to go because it's like we want to watch the Oscars. And so we're watching the Oscars, and literally Jimmy Kimmel, Jimmy Fallon, I don't know which one of the Jimmys, whoever the fuck was hosting it, I think it was Kimmel, he brings all of these celebrities into the screening that Darby and I were supposed to be at. And do you remember that? Like they were like
I do
launching
remember you
like
telling me this story.
yes, they were like giving popcorn to people. They were
Yeah.
like launching shit and like just meeting like
They were like sitting next to them.
yes, like it was like the moment from that
Yeah.
year of like I
It
think
was like when Ellen gave everyone pizza. It was like that moment.
yeah,
of
it
those
was
Oscars.
I think it was like the 2017 or 2016.
Yeah.
I feel like it was like
2017.
I think it was 2017, and Darby and I were sitting there like.
I
Are
didn't
you?
even.
I think I started crying. I think both of us started crying.
I would cry too.
Like, oh my God, it's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Like, this was, I remember, like,
Oh, that's
who I was,
cool.
this was before he got, like, canceled, rightfully so,
Who?
and to Allgort.
Oh,
And he was in there, and I was like,
Wait, can we
oh
see who's
my
there?
God.
Jimmy. I'm just gonna put Jimmy.
Jimmy Kimmel,
Surprises.
Oscars, Wrinkle in Time.
Oscars, Wrinkle.
And it was like, it was just so upsetting. It was the moment of the thing.
Jimmy Kimmel and Oscars. It was Kimmel. Surprise, moviegoers. Okay,
Yep, that was supposed to be me.
Oh my god.
Because it was in the theater right next
my god,
to
there's a live stream like of them in the
Yes. Yes, dude.
Oh my god, Kim.
I could have been a part of this moment.
Oh, okay, Ansel
And
Elgort,
I wanted to watch the fucking Oscars. Guillermo del Toro.
Emily Blunt.
It was like a good year for the Oscars too.
It was Gal Gadot. Oh my god, Lupita Nyong'o. Also, oh my god, Mark.
Yes. Don't. Oh my god, I'm literally gonna start crying again.
And then giving them food. If Margot Robbie gave me gummies, I would never eat them.
Yep.
I would frame them in like a shadow box.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I have chills.
Wait, how did they even notice? Oh, they turned the movie screen to that.
Yeah.
No, because I would have thrown up.
I was
honestly.
supposed to be there.
Kim, I would have fully thrown up.
I have a lot of stories with Darby, like, that we missed out on, like, really iconic moments. There's like at least 2 more.
Okay, it's also so weird seeing all these people without masks. It's so jarring.
Yeah, how weird is that?
Oh my god, this is so.
Like, oh my god, they're not wearing masks indoors.
Mark Hamill.
Dude, I'm literally getting nauseous.
Sorry, I needed to see.
He's like, look at all the fucking people you missed out on seeing.
This is pure chaos. Like, this is literally chaos.
I could have been that guy.
Yeah, you could have.
I could have. I probably would have inserted myself into the situation too.
Yeah, somehow.
Like, this is my fucking moment.
Yeah.
And this is my moment for, like, when I'm on, like, I was gonna say Corden, but I don't think Corden wants me.
No, not after the things we've said on this podcast.
The guys in Europe. I love the European talk show host. Any of them. But that's where I would tell my story about, like, how I was, like, in the Oscars before I was famous. I could have had. But this is also a funny story.
Do you do that
I missed
thing?
out.
Okay.
Where I'm a lapidative daydream? Yeah. All the time.
Like, out loud?
Out loud. Oh, yes.
Really?
I'm mutuals with that girl on TikTok. I want to get her on the podcast next season. I'm sure she would love to do it. She goes to CSUN.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
How crazy is that?
That actually is crazy.
She's really nice. I'm going to ask her for next season.
Okay, period.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Anyways, where were we? Okay, so the votes and how the votes work for the Oscars. Or who votes.
Oh my god, I forgot to put it. It's like such a process.
so
There's like whole go watch the fucking YouTube video about it, because I cannot explain, like, I can't explain it, honestly.
It's too much.
It's too much. It's so complicated. Basically,
you have to be invited into the
guild.
Is it the guild?
Academy?
Into the academy.
There's like 2 different academies. There's the recording academy, and then there's the motion pictures and TV academy. Yeah, the academy.
You have to be, like, invited in, and then that's how you can vote. But then there's also, like, people who, like, are really random that can vote.
Mm-hmm.
So weird.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense, but the way they vote is, like, so weird too, because it's like if the people that they vote for number 1 pick, because they number it, they're like 1, 2, 3, 4, they like rank it essentially. Yeah. And if the one that they voted for first, like, drops out of, like, the running because they didn't get enough votes, their first choice goes to, like, their second choice, and, like, it just keeps on going to that. And, like, that's the best I can fucking explain it. There's literally like a 15-minute YouTube video about it. When I was in my college phase. No, I'm just kidding. When I was the president of, like, the film club, I, like, did, like, a whole meeting about how the Oscars work, and it's been so long. You taught a class on the Oscars? I literally did, because I was so, like, so into it. But it's, like, really complicated, and, like, they need to update the system, because even it doesn't make sense. It literally just doesn't make sense at this point. There's so many better ways to do it. So the main criticisms of the Oscars.
Main criticisms? There's like 7.
Yeah, this one had the most.
There's plenty.
Yeah. So first thing is commercialization. That's all of them.
Yeah.
It's just like, which leads into bias. So it's like the people that vote. That issue with the Academy, especially, like, a lot of the things that are nominated for Oscars, and there's already a lot in each category as there is, and, like, before they get to that, there's even more movies to be nominated and stuff, and it's like there's no way these people that are there most of the time they're working in the industry as it's happening, they don't have fucking time to watch all of these things. They don't have time, so, like, they're not gonna be able to watch everything, so they can't even make, like, a quote unquote correct.
Yeah.
Like
saw this thing.
decision.
I don't remember truly. Okay, this is how my life is now. I don't remember if someone told me this or if I saw it on TikTok. I don't know where this came from, but someone told me that like the people who are like super busy and like they just don't have time for it, they give their votes to their assistants, and their assistants are the ones who just vote for them. There's
like no like
regulation.
Yeah, you can't tell who voted and stuff. It's so
That's
weird. I mean,
insane.
like, I have a little more faith in the assistants, to be honest, but like still like I don't know. It's like, or like I've heard like some people like will get their kids to give them their opinions.
I like that. I
like that a little bit better, but it's like the whole point of like you being in the academy is like it's your say, because technically you're an expert in the industry, you know.
That's true.
If I ever get accepted to the academy, I'm gonna take that so seriously. I'm gonna take fucking notes. Like, I would be a great candidate to be accepted in an academy. Just saying.
I literally would sit there for a week watching every single thing.
I would be like, I would tell my assistant, I'd be like, we're booked. Yeah, we gotta watch these movies, girl. Yeah. I'm gonna have a girl assistant or a non-binary assistant. But no man assistant.
The thing that's good though is that like a lot of the things are repeated in different categories. So it wouldn't be like, it would still be a big chunk of time, but like
also I think the Oscars, another criticism of how the voting is like some like you're voting sometimes on things that some people like most of the time. You're voting for like a category that you're like an expert in, so like sound design for sound design, but there are some voting members that can vote for everything. Like,
do we know who, for example? Like,
no, because you don't really know who's in the academy.
Oh, fine.
But you do. But you do. Like, we don't. But like the people in the industry obviously know, because like they talk and like it's like kind of obvious at that point. So another thing for bias is like if it's like your friend that's nominated for if Tarantino is like your bud that you play poker with, like you're probably gonna vote for him and probably tell all your buddies to vote for Tarantino because he's such a good poker player, whatever the fuck rich people do.
Oh my god! Side note: did you because of the poker thing?
Are you talking about Tana?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I thought
Doesn't
about it.
Doesn't that scare you?
Did you ever watch that movie Molly's Game?
No.
That's where I knew this was like a thing, but Molly's Game is about that.
That's really
in particular. It's a really good movie. It's long as fuck, but it's really fucking good.
LA really scares me.
Yeah.
And I want to go back so bad.
Yeah. I love it. Yeah. And the next thing is lack of diversity. This is like the biggest one. Oscars so white.
Oh yeah.
That's the hashtag I remember.
I wonder if hold on, let's look it up. Did they actually do something about it? Oscars. What do we even look up? Diversity requirement. Oh, I forgot they did this.
Oh yeah, they did just do this.
Okay. So the Oscars like, announced that they were gonna do these new like diversity requirements for nominees, which is also, I don't know how.
I mean, it doesn't take away the bias from like the people voting. Yeah. But I think the way that they can combat that is like inviting more people in the academy. I do think like some actors, like it gets announced like who gets invited to be in it.
I do remember that because I remember seeing like on Pop
The Rock got accepted in the academy.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Interesting. Okay, well it says like
maybe they are public. I don't know.
I kind of hope it's secret, honestly.
Well, it's not. We'll get into it.
Okay. So the first like set of rules is for diversity in front of the camera. So to satisfy the demands of standard A, and it's only one of these three, by the way. At least one actor from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group must be cast in a significant role. The story must center on women, LGBTQ people, a racial or ethnic group, or the disabled. Or at least 30% of the cast must be actors from at least two of those four underrepresented categories.
Which is honestly
like nothing.
No, I think it's like pretty decent.
Okay, but you only need to do one of these.
It's a start.
That's true, but I don't know, because like at least one actor from an
I don't think it's gonna affect like the stories that people are trying to tell. To be honest, it's just like this is just for the nominees thing.
The examples they have here is like, it says the first criterion will prove easy for most films to satisfy. Recent Best Picture nominees like Joker, which is top heavy with white stars but features Zazie Beetz as the would-be love interest, or La La Land, a white-led love story with John Legend in a supporting role, could still sail through standard A with little to worry about.
Yeah. It definitely, but it's like a start.
Yeah.
And like I enjoy what they started with.
At least it's a requirement now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sure it'll like get not stricter over time, but like La La Land did deserve to get nominated and stuff like that. Like there are some movies, I think it's just like meant to encourage people to be like, hey, this is what the Academy's looking for, so like maybe consider.
Yeah, that's true.
Please consider adding a POC or something to your fucking lineup.
The ones behind camera are really interesting. So it's, again, one of them. 2 or more department heads, meaning jobs like director, cinematographer, or composer, must be female, LGBTQ, disabled, or part of an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. That's really interesting because, like, the LGBTQ part, because, like, that's so weird to consider someone's sexuality in this.
That's another thing when like that gets me for like casting and stuff, because it's like, well, I guess like what if they're not open about their sexuality? There are like, I don't believe you need to like disclose your sexuality to the fucking public,
especially as a work requirement.
And that's why weird. Like that's why when people get like upset about like casting for like people that are LGBTQ character playing, they're quote unquote straight to what we know, and they're playing gay characters, but like it would be like weird to assume that like because somebody's taking a character like their sexuality, you know. But like I just think it's like kind of on the
like
actors.
They're assuming that the actors are
it's like such a straight. Weird it's such like a weird gray area, because it's like I think it's on the actor to be like, but also like the actors, they're just getting sent out on stuff. Yeah, I think it's so weird.
It is weird because it's like the whole like when people were saying Billie Eilish is queer baiting. Yeah. And I'm like, why? When who said she was straight?
Yeah. Why are we assuming people are straight by the default?
And I don't think people. I don't know. It's weird. Like I don't think people can queer bait because you can't really ever confirm if what someone's sexuality is, because it's like changing.
And it's also just like putting people in a box, which I think is like a big issue with like how sexuality is like perceived nowadays. Is like, what are you, bi, gay, lesbian, where do you identify? And that's weird. And that's weird because like it can also like fluctuate as you get older. It can like fluctuate literally tomorrow. And like I think that's another, just like, you know how like bi people in the community are really like I feel like for a while like bi people didn't really feel accepted by the community because it's like, well, why do you like both? What's the percentage? How do you lean? And it's like, I feel like those are super invasive questions.
It is.
Like maybe they haven't fucking figured it out yet. Like damn. Weird. So I don't know. I think that's like a weird stipulation to put in.
Or what if like I get it because like obviously like we want more diversity.
Forcing people to come out.
That's weird because also what if like let's say they just assume you're like they just assume you're part of the LGBTQ community and they count you as to fit the criteria. And what if you're like
straight? Because like some people may say like offhand like they went on a date with a girl, but that doesn't mean they identify with being in the LGBTQ
so plus. Weird. Such a weird gray area.
I don't know. It's so weird. Like why would you tell your fucking employer your sexual orientation?
I would not. I literally
you don't need to know.
Yeah, no, it's none
girl,
of your business.
Like what is not like, it's just like it brings the question like what if they're like not comfortable in their sexuality yet? Maybe they haven't even had like the thought to do it until it was that role and be like, well shit, maybe I do feel these feelings for like, you know, I don't know. It's like a bigger conversation than like what we can like dive into now.
So that's just like one of them. So just 2 or more department heads. And then at least 6 other crew members must be from an underrepresented racial or ethnic group. And at least 30% of the film's crew must hail from the 4 underrepresented groups continually laid out in these guidelines.
Come on. Bare minimum? I don't know. Like it is and isn't bare minimum.
Yeah, like
I'm happy that this is, but I'm happy that this is like, because now they don't have an excuse.
That's true.
They're like, well, you can't be nominated for an Oscar if you don't have these things. So, and like it does like kind of address like what we've been calling for and aspects of like calling for more diversity behind the scenes as well. It's just like, it's sad. I think it's the part that it's sad that it has to be a requirement. You know? Yeah, okay. And also some people are just going to do the bare minimum.
Yeah, also,
like counting people. You know, that's the weird part.
Yeah. Something that I've noticed is that like like a lot of like straight white people are saying that they're missing out on opportunities because of these things, but I'm like, babes, let me just tell you, you already have like tens of thousands more opportunities than these people.
I just don't understand what doesn't click in their head.
No, literally, they're like, I'm losing opportunities, like it's so hard for me to, I'm like, no, it's
been hard for us the whole time.
Yeah, weirdos. But anyways, so the last standard requires one of these two to be met, and it's either the film's distributor or financing company must have at least 2 interns from an underrepresented group, or the film's production, distribution, or financing company must offer training or work opportunities to people from those underrepresented groups. I like that. The interns part.
I like that too.
Because I feel like with internships, it's like you could easily like, they'd be like, oh, well, I know who this person is. Like, I know their dad works here. So let's just give them this internship.
Yeah.
And I feel like this is going to open
I've seen
the
that
doors.
happen.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like this
That's why I made a face. I was like, ooh, I know people like that.
Well, I just think this would
I mean, good for them. I would kill for the opportunity, to be honest. It's just jealousy at this point.
Like nepotism, like if we had the chance.
Yeah.
But we don't. So
yeah.
I don't know. Anyways.
It's a start.
Those are the requirements. Yeah.
I appreciate the start. I just hope
they had to do something because they were getting so much back.
But I hope this is like the start, because like if like people are starting because they need the quote unquote diversity hire, I guess, like as time goes on, because they'll like make a good impression because POCs and people in underrepresented groups work 10 times harder because they have to, that they'll be recognized for their works, and like it'll just like trickle up.
Yeah.
You know, that's all that we can hope for. And so like these requirements are just like, this is the standard. I just think it's like the requirements need to be the standard in the industry, and it sucks that we had to like
force people to do it,
you know. And I think that's the part that's like it's like kind of you know, it kind of feels weird to like lay this out, you know, but it's necessary. Another thing is recognizing streaming media. When Roma was nominated for Best Picture, everybody got their fucking panties in a damn twist.
For what though?
Because people don't view like, it's like just pure stuff like the cinema.
Did you see what Patty Jenkins said?
But also like it's still like while you're looking that up, like Roma, to be nominated in the Oscars, the requirement is like your film has to be shown in theaters to like some extent. You know, right. That's why a lot of people, like a lot of LA and like New York movie theaters, they'll play like more like indie type of movies, or like Roma was like playing in like the ArcLight, right, and stuff like that, because it's like a requirement for the Oscars, like it needs to be shown in a theater of some sort. What'd she say? Okay, so she did an interview. It is a big one. Really? She said they asked her like what she thought on movies debuting on streaming services, because you know how like Dune and a lot of that stuff like moved to HBO Max because it's not safe for people to go in theaters, which makes perfect sense. And she said, aren't you seeing it? All of the films that streaming services are putting out, I'm sorry, they look like fake movies to me. I don't hear about them. I don't read about them. It's not working as a model for establishing legendary greatness. Didn't her movie debut on HBO Max? Yes. Wonder Woman. Does she know that? I don't know. Because it literally went on HBO Max. Maybe she was so pissed about it. That's why she said that. Oh, she said, I don't think Wonder Woman 1984 plays the same on streaming ever. I'm not a fan of day and date, and I hope to avoid it forever. Oh, she probably just didn't have a choice. Yeah. I make movies for the big screen experience. I mean, I guess that's fair as an artist, because it's like the medium your thing is getting shown upon, but it is giving a little bit of a elitist type of vibe. Especially because, for example, Stranger Things. Fully a streaming, I know it's a TV show, but like, just go with me for a second. Fully a streaming service show, huge cultural impact. Like, it brought the 80s everywhere. Yeah. We have 80s in every piece of media. And that show has, and it's like a kid's show essentially, but that show has more of an impact than like some Oscar nominated movies. Yeah. So I think it's just really like, like you said, elitist to say that like, you can't establish legendary greatness on a streaming service. God, this is like my literal problem, like as a human, is like I really do try to take both sides in consideration, and I really can see like the value in both. I get it. I love Patty Jenkins. Yeah, like I understand where she's coming from, and like I get it. Like from like as a filmmaker, like who doesn't, like, the whole thing is like wanting to see your shit on the big screen.
Yeah.
And it's just a matter, it's just a case-to-case thing. Like, if that's not your thing as, like, a filmmaker, then, like, make sure it's, like, read out in your contract, you know? Especially in, like, these times, these uncertain times. Like, I mean, you can't predict a pandemic.
That's true.
I mean, you can a little bit, but people just don't take scientists seriously. Yeah. Anyways, so, I don't know. Like, how would you handle it? I think I would be like
if they wanted to put my movie on a streaming service?
Yeah.
In this day and age?
Yes, like today.
I would be like, go for it, because I don't want people to die to see my movie.
That's fair.
Like, I don't.
Well, yeah. So, like, I think the
like,
way,
let them have the choice, I think.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I think like maybe like having. I think what they're doing with Shang-Chi or something is like they're having it in the theaters for like a month or something, and then it's gonna get released onto like streaming services. I like that's like the best happy medium. What they did with Candyman. Yeah. Like a lot of movies are starting to do that because of like the Scarlett Johansson situation. Okay. It's like, so it gives it a fighting chance for like the people that do want to go to the movies and like feel safe going to the movies, but then like the people that don't want to go out yet still have the chance to see it at home.
That's interesting. Because
not like when it comes out on DVD or Redbox or whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So like, for example, Shang-Chi and Black Widow, like huge Marvel movies. Obviously, they're going to be packed theaters. When I went to go watch Black Widow, the theater was like almost empty. It was like half full. Mm-hmm. But when I went to go watch Shang-Chi, we actually had to go 2 theater times later because it was packed.
Oh, wow. Really?
And
that's why a midday, like 3 p.m. show is like
literally like the 11 a.m. screaming on like a random Thursday.
Really? Well, that's why I wait a week.
Oh, okay.
I always wait.
I don't like spoilers, and I always see spoilers.
Because you go on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's your fatal flaw.
That is my fatal flaw. But what I was going to say is,
I've been listening to a lot of comedy stand-up. Can you tell? Like, I'm making jokes left and right. I can't. It just hit me. I'm like, why am I being funny today? I'm in a silly, goofy mood.
Don't even remember what I was saying.
I was saying your fatal flaw is Twitter, and you were saying you don't like spoilers.
Oh, I was saying that, like, I don't, like, if it was mine, I would be okay with it same day streaming and same day theaters, just because I don't want people to have to like now, like, especially because there's so many people with like immunodeficiencies who are saying like, I really want to watch Shang-Chi, but like I can't risk my life to go watch it. And I like, if you imagine like being a huge Marvel fan.
Yeah, honestly, the more I'm thinking about it, I don't really care that much.
Right.
Like, as long as it makes it in theaters at some point, like, I don't think.
And the ones who are like have this ideal of like, oh, watching in theaters is better, they'll go watch it in theaters.
Exactly.
And the people who it's not safe for them to go watch it
like
in theaters,
it's like the same people that are gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna wait till it comes out on Redbox or Netflix. Yeah. But they just get to do it a little quicker, you know.
Also, now that I'm thinking about it, Wonder Woman 1984 fully came out on HBO Max, right?
Yeah.
And never went to theaters.
No. Actually, I think I saw like some people were showing it in theaters.
Oh, maybe.
Now, but. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's a very elitist thing to like not want to recognize a streaming media. Yeah. And it's just full on hater energy at that point. And like I can see why they're upset. Yeah. As like because we're really in a like a turning age of like taking streaming seriously. So like I think of course like when the change does happen, kind of like out of nowhere, people like get upset about it. And I think once they see the numbers that they can make off of Netflix, who's above it?
But did you see that Netflix is going to start doing theatrical releases?
Yeah.
So there you go, Patty.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just like, you guys are just like doing way too much. Like, I think it's just like they take such hard stances.
No, they
so also, quickly.
It's also like the way the articles are and the way the tweets about the articles are framed. So like that tweet that I saw, it was like, Patty Jenkins says streaming movies are fake movies. And so people were talking about it, but if you read what she said, she did say that, but it's out of context and you don't really fully understand what she was trying to say. Yeah. And like same with like the oh my god, Dennis I can't say his last name. The director of Dune.
Oh yeah.
He was saying that like Marvel, like the quote was like, Marvel movies are all the same, but what he really was trying to say is like they have a formula and they stick to it because they know it works. Yeah. Which like is true. Well, I don't know why we're mad about it. Yeah. Like he didn't say they were bad movies.
I think it's just like trying to get clicks at that point.
It is,
and it's like there
yeah.
are always going to be people that don't read into it more,
Literally
but it's like
always.
that's not the people you're obviously they don't care enough about you as like a artist or whatever the fuck
Yeah.
to like clarify the narrative or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I just think it's like really not that deep.
It's not.
Because Roma was like a good movie from what I heard. I didn't watch it, but like I heard it's like really good and impactful and it felt like an Oscar movie. So like why does it really matter the way you're doing it? And like I get it. Like I love a movie theater, but movie theaters are not going to go anywhere.
No, they're not.
Sorry. They're not. Like especially because of COVID and stuff, once things actually like clear up, like I just feel like it's going to be like okay, like we can finally go out and feel safe. Like let's go do the things that we took for granted. Yeah. Which I do think is like a movie theater experience.
Yeah. Fun for that.
Yeah.
Part.
Disqualifications. I literally forgot what this one was about.
We can just skip it.
Damn, yeah, I don't remember. I don't think it was that deep anyways. Gender segregation. So this is like a running theme. A lot of these are running themes throughout all our award shows.
Y'all noticing a pattern?
And it's just like basically like not taking into consideration non-binary people or people that are like gender fluid and stuff like that. Just having segregated genders is like just so 1950s, you know?
I completely agree because it's saying like best actress in a blah blah or best actor in a blah blah. It's like but separating them by gender is so specific and weird because like there's I feel like they're at that point they're just like I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I just think it's dumb.
I get what you mean though.
Thank you.
I get where you're going.
But I also feel like I feel like if you were an actor, you don't want them to take it away because there's more of a chance of you getting one. Yeah,
exactly. And like some people were saying like if they do take it away, like because of bias, more men might win and stuff. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like overall, like the way things are turning, especially when we get to the Grammys, like the women like swept, I think like the 2017 or 2018 Grammys and stuff. So it's just like, and the Grammys doesn't really do gendered. No, they don't really do gendered.
Oh wait,
not for all the awards. Like best artist and like I think they do still have some gendered awards, but like
the big ones are
like best alternative have Willow and the Foo Fighters. You know, like and so I think it's just like something we need to like figure out. Yeah. Maybe if that's adding another award or just like fully taking the gender binary away. I don't know, but you know some people are going to get their fucking panties in a twist about it. Always. So you're not going to please everybody, but you need to like think about the next upcoming generation of filmmakers and like make it a better place for them. I wish more people would take that logic and apply it to like regular life, aka climate change, but you know. Anyways, refusal of awards. So this is like people like boycotting and stuff. Like the biggest one I'm thinking of is Marlon Brando not accepting the award and sending up oh my gosh, what is her name? But she was a Native American and she was giving a speech on like about the injustices that like Native American people face and also like not being represented properly on the screen. So it's like just kind of things like that and like people just not showing up, which also happens at the Grammys. It's giving the Academy needs to fix it itself, you know. So I think that is also like a good way to use your platform. If you feel like you're not being unjust, but people are always gonna say people learn words and just throw it at everything.
Oh my god,
performative,
gaslight.
Performative, gaslight, fucking.
There's more. There's plenty.
There's so many, but like those are the ones that come into my head. Yeah, I like that one though. But like performative, so it's like but they're still profiting off of X, Y, and Z, and it's just like I'm so tired of people calling people performative. I'm so tired of it because it's just like, well, they did something right then and there, so like obviously it's on their forefront of their mind. So changes don't happen overnight, and like they're probably sometimes it goes oversight. Like for me, I know like I forget things that I do, so it's just like and like having like people call it out, be like, oh, I didn't know, like I didn't realize I still did that. So like just correcting yourself. But I don't know. And cancel culture, canceling people, good lord. So I think that is a great way to use a platform, because especially like Oscars and like these like ritzy type of events, like it's just like showing the mirror in the face, you know. And also, since the public watches it, it's a good way to get your message out. So I think it's like great.
Yeah.
Next is the Emmys. So there's like a bunch of different types of Emmys. There's like technical Emmys and stuff like that. But the biggest ones that get the most coverage are the primetime and daytime Emmys. I forgot how the votes work.
The primetime ones are on TV, right? I don't think.
The daytime ones I think are, I don't know,
because I know that creative Emmys, they just like announce them on Twitter, like not on Twitter, but like they don't like stream them. I
don't think the daytime Emmys are like televised in like the way that the primetime Emmys are, if they're televised at all. Because I remember Keke Palmer got a daytime Emmy and everybody's congratulating her on the Met carpet. And I was like, oh my God, I didn't even know she won a creative
Emmy. For the talk show she has, or what?
It was like a segment she did on Instagram or something. I don't know. She was saying something like, oh, I put on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I haven't had time to look into it, but I forget how the votes work. I didn't look it up.
Let me see if I can find a quick little.
Guys, I did this shit, like I was on Wikipedia and the internet for 4 hours straight and my brain was not having it.
Okay, so the nomination process. So basically the ballots go out, and all eligible members of the TV Academy, which numbers well over 18,000 people, can vote for the nominees of various program races, comedy series, drama series, variety talk series, where they can list up to 10 titles in each category. The exceptions are the animated and documentary / nonfiction program categories, the nominees for which will be determined by their peer groups. Oh, interesting.
I like that.
Yeah.
That makes the most sense.
And peer groups are people that are in the same field of what you're doing. So like actors for actors, writers for writers, directors for directors. At the Oscars, these are called branches, they said. Nominations for individuals are determined by peer groups. So actors nominate actors, not writers nominate writers. They check off 5 or 6 names, depending on how many nominations will be in that category. You can be in multiple peer groups upon request, so long as you satisfy requirements. Tina Fey, a member of the writing peer group, loved everyone on The People vs. O.J. Simpson so much that she asked to join the acting one just so she could vote for them. Fun.
Oh, fun. This one has like the least amount of criticisms, and I think it's because of how they vote. Like it seems pretty fair.
Yeah.
And it's weird.
It's a tally. Like it's literally just a tally.
That just makes the most sense.
Yeah.
Like it's just straightforward, and like, you know, like it makes sense that you're nominating people in your peer group. Like that just makes so much sense. The only criticism that the Emmys has is gender equality. Yeah. So I took this. This was also how they're addressing like gender binary, I guess, in some award shows. So some advocates of gender equality and non-binary people have criticized the separation of male and female acting categories in Emmys, Academy Awards, and Tony Awards. Though some commentators worry that gender discrimination would cause men to dominate unsegregated categories, what I said earlier, other categories are unsegregated. So the Grammy Awards went gender neutral in 2012. Okay, so they are gender neutral now. Okay. While the Daytime Emmy Awards introduced a single Outstanding Young Performer in a Drama Series category in 2019 to replace their 2 gender-specific Younger Actor and Actress categories.
I like that.
Yeah, I like it too. That makes sense. Besides the Independent Spirit Awards, I would definitely want an Emmy. It just seems the most fair, and it just seems like lighthearted and like
they seem like they have so much fun.
It feels like not stressful.
Yeah.
Like it's truly just like people trying to admire each other.
And there's so many that like, if you don't get one next year, if you're still working, you can get one next year. You know.
Exactly. And I feel like, I just feel like it's the most fair one. Yeah. I enjoy the Emmys like very much.
Yeah, me too.
Beautiful statue.
Yeah.
Good vibes all around. Like like if you look at the carpets, like I feel like the Emmys is like always super lighthearted. I think they always like, isn't that the one that always has like Tina Fey and Amy Poehler host?
Yeah.
Or is that the Golden Globes?
Recently they've been, I don't remember.
I don't know. But I just feel like the Emmys are just like, it's more lighthearted.
Yeah.
It's like, it's still like kind of ritzy, but it's like not the same energy as like, it's more casual.
I feel like at the Oscars, it feels really like, I feel like everyone wants to kill each other.
Yeah, like everybody secretly hates each other.
Yeah.
Whereas the Emmys is like, oh my god, I loved you in this year. Let me vote for you.
Yeah.
Like just more happy-go-lucky.
Yeah.
Like a campfire. Like
Yeah.
summer camp vibes.
Oh.
We love the Emmys.
We do.
It just feels so happy. Like I just think about the picture of Zendaya with her Emmy and I'm just like, oh, this is bliss.
That's a great picture.
Pure joy.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think we used that in one of our...
We did. It's the one for like... I don't remember.
Like a wrap up or something.
Oh yeah, because we were talking about like moments of the year.
Yeah.
When he heard me.
Love that. Yeah, I just love that. There's no complaints for like the Emmys.
No.
I don't think.
I mean, I'm sure there's something that they could...
Their Wikipedia was by far the shortest.
Really?
Because like it's just good vibes, I guess.
Yeah.
So love that for them. The Golden Globes, however, on the other hand,
honestly,
this was I think one of the longest besides
what
the
is
Oscars.
the difference? Honestly, truly.
The Golden Globes is the Hollywood Foreign Press. So it's more international.
Okay.
But so there's 87 members of the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. I didn't know this. The 2022 ceremony is canceled.
I did see that. They were like...
because of the lack of diversity in the press association. And this was not on the Wikipedia, by the way. I was putting things on the doc and I was like, wait, isn't this the one that like, because I saw that it was canceled and I was like, why is it canceled? And I was like, isn't it because like there was like no black members on the press or something? And that was not on the Wikipedia. I had to Google that like separately. I know. I'll add to the Wikipedia. Okay. But let me check. So the network announced that it would not carry the 2022 award show after controversy surrounding the Foreign Press Association's lack of diversity, as well as ethical questions related to financial benefits given to some members, such as hotel stays in connection with an Emily in Paris junket. Remember how upset people are, me, about how Emily in Paris was nominated, whereas like Michaela Cole's I May Destroy You did not get any. And
also,
when you compare the two, what the fuck?
I watched this like really quickly. I watched this like this video essay on YouTube about how like racist Emily in Paris is. Yeah,
dude.
I had no idea.
It's like such a bad caricature of...
It's like American propaganda.
Paris. It is. It really is. And I get like it was kind of supposed to be a No Thoughts Head Empty show. So then why was it nominated for Emmy? And it's because of the financial...
Riverdale next?
Yeah, that's what... Yeah, exactly. It's like the same energy as that kind of stuff. But this is like not a new thing. Financial... And they do this for the Oscars too. And they do it for like... They have like... Netflix has like events. I literally did like a whole like presentation on this. But like they do events to hype up things to get nominated. Like Stranger Things and The Get Down and like... Bridgerton probably had one, or maybe they didn't because of COVID, but like they would have one. I'm
sure they sent out PR things.
Yeah, exactly, to like get people to like vote for them. It's just like it's like PR for famous people that don't need any more things. But I guess this also happened in 1982. Well, first of all, the former president of the association, Henry Grist, resigned in 1958, saying that certain awards are being given to more or less as favors. So back in 1958, they were doing this.
Dear Lord.
But they were a little bit more classy, I guess, back then. But in 1982, this happened again when Pia Zadora was awarded New Star of the Year in the motion picture, and basically they said like her husband bought off people to vote for her so she could have the award. I feel like that was like a plot in like a show or something.
It probably was.
Was
it not in Hollywood?
Maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't know. It was in one of the shows about old Hollywood. So that was another one. And then The Tourist for Best Musical / Comedy nomination in 2011. If you don't know what The Tourist is, it's starring Johnny Depp and Angelina Jolie, and it's probably one of the worst movies both of those people have been in. Both are very talented actors, but this movie was so bad.
My God. They gave them a trip to Vegas and then a concert by Cher.
Yep. Yeah. And even like the host that year, like everybody knew about it.
Yeah.
So.
Wow.
The fact that Johnny Depp hasn't even seen his own movie. You know, like sometimes like you can tell when like actors like it was just like kind of like a favor they owed. You know?
Yeah.
It was just they were doing a solid for somebody, and they're like, I mean, I'm getting a check, so it's like
they're just like, I have so many movies that this won't even matter.
Yeah, exactly. Like it was very confusing. So yeah, it was like such a weird movie to be nominated. So another thing is like just baiting people with like trips and stuff, which is like not good morale.
Yeah, that's really like
it's
weird. Not technically illegal. It's just like sketchy.
Like things that aren't illegal but feels very wrong.
Yeah.
Like that kind of thing. But like I get it because it's like fun to like plan events and like do things for that. But it's like
I love a good PR event. I love it. I love
exactly,
honestly.
But not for people that are trying to get to vote for you. I feel like that's like the moral ground that's like a little weird.
Yeah.
And I think that's how like some people get away with it. For the most part, maybe like the tourists didn't do it very like nonchalantly, but they would just like have an event and invite people and be like, it wouldn't just be people that are nominee or voters. It would be like other people in the industry as well. So that's how they kind of like get around it. Okay. I guess.
Interesting.
Still doesn't feel right.
No.
But and then another scandal is that Asian films being excluded from Best Picture. So in 2020. Yeah. They received widespread criticism for nominating Asian and Asian American films such as The Farewell, Parasite, and Minari for Best Foreign Language Film, while excluding them from Best Motion Picture categories. The decision to categorize Minari as a foreign language film, despite having an exclusive American production team and setting, was heavily condemned by many actors and filmmakers of Asian descent. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association rules stipulate that the film must have at least 50% English dialogue to be nominated for Best Drama or Comedy/Musical categories. Critics noted that films Inglourious Bastards and Babel did not meet the 50% threshold, but were nominated for Best Motion Picture categories, prompting accusations of anti-Asian racism. Yeah.
The Farewell, was that movie not in English?
There was like a lot. It wasn't set in America for the most part of the movie, and there was a lot of Chinese being spoken, but it's about an Asian American woman.
I do remember them speaking.
They do speak a lot of English, like to the mom and dad and stuff, but like to the grandma, they speak Chinese, and like with the family, some dinner scenes also were English too.
Yeah,
it was like,
that's weird.
Yeah, I don't know the percentages, but I feel like it was pretty half and half.
Because like I guess Parasite, that is fully like a foreign film, right?
Yeah, but like, I don't know what that discredits it from being a best movie, because Parasite was the best movie.
Oh, it was, yeah.
Like no matter what the language is, I think it's just like it's an American ideology.
Both, it won both at the Oscars, right?
Yeah, it can be nominated for both.
That's stupid. That's weird.
But it's weird because it's the foreign press, so you would think like the foreign press would get it a little bit more, but I'm guessing a lot of the people that are in the foreign press are actually white people. So that's what I'm gathering, especially if they don't have any black people as in their association. Yeah. So I didn't know the last part about Inglourious Bastards and Babel not meeting the 50% threshold. I didn't know that. So I was like, oh damn.
I didn't even know there was
you guys got caught red-handed, because I never seen either of those movies. So
I don't know what Babel
I wouldn't know a thing.
What's Babel?
Isn't that a pig movie? No, that's Babe.
No.
That's Charlotte's Web. No. What is Babel?
I don't know. Oh, wait. 2006. A psychological drama written by Guillermo. Wait, I don't...
Notice how Brad Pitt is in both of these things.
I've
never heard this movie in my life. Anyways. So I'm glad that the Golden Globes is taking a year off to like kind of regroup,
right, as they should.
But I hope that they actually come out with a statement and like kind of like how the Oscars did of like, okay, this is what we're changing.
An apology video.
Golden Globes dropped the YouTube video right now. Yeah. Where's the thumbnail? Where's the...
It's like them fake crying.
Yeah.
It's Brad Pitt.
No. I mean, they can't not fix it. They have to fix it.
There's literally no way.
There's no choice. They have no choice. It's just like alarming by how much they got called out, you know.
It's so weird. I mean, I did not know all that. Like I knew they were.
And it's like the most weird one, because it's like the Foreign Press Association. So you would think like if it's a foreign press, like you would think it'd be international. So you would think like, you know, I don't know. That's so weird. So weird. Anyways, next is the Grammys.
Okay, honestly, these might be my favorite to watch.
The Grammys?
Because they have performances.
That's fair.
And like with the Oscars and like yes, they're fun to watch, but then like it's like them doing jokes and I'm like,
Yeah, I think the Grammys is really fun because of the performances
and the outfits.
And the VMAs. I think the VMAs, honestly, the performances are a little bit better, to be honest, because I think they could like take more risk. Anyways, so how they vote. Members of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences, these are media companies and individuals, nominate recordings for consideration. After works are entered, there are review sessions held with over 150, 250, I think 150. I don't know who moved the two. Recording industry experts to review that everything has been entered in the correct category. Then it's circulated to voting members. It's just so complicated. And then the top 5 that have the most votes become nominees. Final voting ballots are sent to voting members. Members are encouraged but not required to vote only in their field of expertise.
That's weird.
There was so much more too. There's so much more too, and I was just like, I don't care. This is so complicated. So for no reason.
Only voting your field, but also you can vote in the other ones if you want.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's really weird.
If anything, I would think it'd be like you have to vote in the one you're in, but you can vote in it. What just happened?
My earring.
What are your earrings, by the way?
They're harmonicas.
Oh, I thought they
work. They work.
What do you mean?
They work. They work. It's so fun. Brooklyn Charm. I love them. Iconic. So their main criticisms are snubs, of course. Yeah. There were so many. There's so many snubs. So we don't even want to get into it, but we'll get into it a little bit later with some other ones. But it's just it goes into the racial bias. We'll get there. So commercialism is another thing, but I just feel like that's like with everything. It's like, but it's also like that's also embedded into the industry as a whole. It's because you're relying on fans to like make your money back on. It's like, I don't know, like how do you get around that kind of thing? And especially in a capitalistic society, like there's literally no way to get around.
Especially because that's kind of the whole point of everything.
Yeah.
So like
there's so much money. Yeah, it's like how do you like be sacred to the arts per se, but also like make the money and stuff.
But if it was just about art, then like like smaller artists would be nominated, but like they can't afford to send out these FYC packages with like their CDs or their vinyls. Or whatever,
it's really weird. So that's the T. Formatting. So eligibility runs, I'm talking a lot, from October 1st of one year and then ends September 29th of the next year. So like one day before October 1st. Yeah. Records released in the last quarter of the year are not eligible for that year's awards. Adele's album released in 2015, so it wasn't able to be nominated for the 2015 Grammys, which leads to albums released during those gray areas. Oh my god, you can tell I was tired when I wrote this, but those gray area times get recognized late. So for example, this album 25 from Adele was released in 2015 but won in 2017. So that's why people are confused. And this leads to racial bias. So there's a couple things. So Drake called out the awards, only seeing him as a rapper and not a pop artist, snubbing the One Dance record for record of the year, and Hotline Bling being put into best rap category despite not being a rap song. Literally. Frank Ocean also boycotted, I think it's 2017 Grammys. He also boycotted the same year, and he didn't submit Blonde for consideration, which is like a big deal because Blonde is probably one of the best records ever.
Why did he boycott?
Because Drake boycotted as well. It was the same year.
Oh, and they were like
so BFFs? They were just like, yeah. Well, I don't think they're BFFs, but it was just kind of like solidarity.
Okay.
Like, I see what you're saying, so I'm gonna like stand with you and like not do that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I got what you're saying. because Drake is not really, he's like a pop artist. Like
he's a pop artist.
Music is a lot more pop.
Yeah, now especially. Like, at first he was a rapper, but it is racial bias. Like just categorizing all black men into the rap category. I think Tyler, Creator, also said something about it after he won for like, I think it's like urban contemporary, or I don't know how it's just like giving very much racial undertones. And he was just like, I just wish like because even Tyler also, like, he's a pop artist at the end of the day. Like he does have like rap and hip hop influences, and he does rap in a lot of his stuff, but some of the songs, especially the ones that like are commercialized in the way, like Earthquake and stuff, there's like singing elements and like stuff like that. So it's like, I think the biggest issue with this kind of stuff is like putting people into boxes again.
Yeah, because music is a lot more experimental now. Like people aren't just pop, people aren't just rap, people are just like a little bit of everything. So
it's just kind of throwing the academy for a loop. They're like, where the fuck do we put these people?
Yeah.
So the fact that they're still putting like rappers like Drake that were rappers but now are pop artists into the rap category just because that's where they started is just like so weird.
I wonder if they should let them like pick what categories they nominated for.
Yeah, but also maybe it's like the label that they're signed to are the ones submitting it.
Right.
So because Blonde was like kind of like a independent release from Frank, so he was able to like do it himself.
Yeah.
So then it goes back to Adele. So when Adele won over Beyonce's Lemonade, Steve Knopper of the Rolling Stones, he said that she believes that Beyonce lost due to the voting members being white men and her pro-black performance at the Super Bowl. Like, you know, it's bad when like the winner of the album like is spending her entire time. Yeah. I was gonna put the whole thing, but you need to watch Adele because it makes me cry every single time, because you know it's bad when that person that wins is spending their entire time hyping up the person that should have won.
This happened this recent year too. Was it Billie? She won Song of the Year for My Future, and she was like, Megan had a Savage. Why am I up here?
Yep. Exactly.
That's crazy.
So I'm glad that these white artists are like sticking it in a certain way and stuff like that. So I'm really glad that's happening.
It's like the bare minimum that they could, you know, like
it is. It's like
and it's not performed live. Like what else do you want them to do? Like
exactly. They didn't
pick to win the award.
Exactly. So it's like I'm glad that they're doing that, and standing up for women, and especially black women, because black women are always left out of the conversation. Yeah. So I'm glad that they're doing something about it. So yeah, and that leads to issues with female artists in general. So Lorde backed out of a performance honoring Tom Petty for an award because they wouldn't let her do it alone. They wanted her to like do a duet like or something, and she's like, I don't really like, why would I do that, or something like that. I might be remembering wrong, but it's just like she was standing up for herself and the people were like not listening to her, and she was like, well, okay, fuck you, like I'm not gonna perform. And then Ariana Grande backed out. I remember this was a big deal. I remember this one too, because she was like on all the fucking promo for it, because she was like the biggest artist of the year, and she was nominated like every single category. But she stepped off because they wouldn't let her play Seven Rings, which was like her single at the time. And they were like, well, we'll let you play it in like a melody, but we're not gonna let you play the whole song. Why? And because I don't know, I'm not the Academy, but she did perform it like the next year.
That's so weird.
They can't go into the details of like the conversations, obviously. But Ariana Grande was just like, yeah, no, I'm not performing, I'm not showing up, so fuck you. And it's just like not respecting artists and stuff, and like people were calling out about like women aren't winning, or like they're not getting nominated in every aspect. They're just like not getting respected. And the president of the Recording Academy, Neil Portnow, said that female artists need to step up in order to win awards. And this was in 2018. My God. Yeah, women are carrying the industry on their fucking back right now.
Literally.
Yeah. So I think the year he said that, that's when the women swept the Grammys. And I cannot believe, I don't know if he's still the president.
Should we look it up?
It didn't say former president, so Portnow. Isn't that the same last name as the guy that does what's it called? What's that thing? Barstool? Where the fuck?
I don't know. Wait.
Dave Portnow.
Oh no, there's a new one this year.
There is.
Harvey Mason Jr.
Okay. So former president of the Recording Academy, Neil Portnow. Congrats to Harvey. Hopefully he turns it around and saves it. Then we go to the VMAs and MTV Movie and TV Awards. So how both of these work? Fans vote.
Fun.
So fun. That. I love a fan encounter.
I don't think I vote. When I was a kid, I used to love.
I voted this year.
You know you could vote every day? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I would.
Yeah. I put in the work for Miss Olivia this year.
Something.
I voted like 3 times.
That's, yeah.
But
I don't think I vote anymore because
it's just like whenever she put the swipe up, I was like, okay, I'll do it.
It takes like 3 seconds.
Literally. So.
The thing that I do think is weird about this though is that like they might be a little rigged, but we don't know.
Yeah, there's no way to prove that it's just fans. I think before they would show the percentages, but I think maybe they took it off because they didn't want to like people to like it would ruin the surprise, you know. So you just have to trust that the fans are, you know. But also like I feel like it's easily rigged that there could be bots and stuff. So it's like these me theorizing, but like labels can like maybe just pay people also to vote. Yeah. Because I remember I got an email about like an ad thing or like I thought it was an ad, but I was reading into it and it's basically like they're going to send me a product and all I have to do is, and I get paid. It was like $200 or $300 or something. I don't have to make a video or anything.
Wait, how much?
Just $200 or $300.
Oh my God, I think you said $200,000. I was like,
oh girl, absolutely not. Okay. But $200 or $300 and ruined my train of thought. And I would get sent product and get paid if I wrote reviews on the website.
Oh, that's sketchy.
I know. So it's just like.
Oh, that's so weird.
I know.
What kind of product is it?
I don't want to say.
Wait, I'll cut it out.
It was like, I think it was like Sephora or something.
So it's like makeup?
Yeah, it's like makeup. Yeah. So. Anyways, so I was thinking like people could also get paid to do that through like labels and stuff since like I experienced that. So why wouldn't
I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised either.
They just hire someone for like
or like get their interns. Yeah. Their whole entire shift is just voting. I don't know if it's that deep for like a VMA or something.
It's like good press though.
It is good press.
So like especially for like Olivia, like the not smaller artists, but like younger artists.
Well, the thing that makes me like my like flag goes up is like any time BTS is in a category, they're gonna win. Yeah. And I think they didn't win in a category they were nominated, and I was like, I think I'm not 100% sure. Do not quote me on that.
Wait, is it the VMAs this year?
Yeah.
Let's look it up. 21.
Because it's like BTS fans are the.
They put in the work.
They put in the work. They're honestly the most incredible. They put directioners the same, to be honest. Like
wait, they only won K-pop. Oh wait, they won best group. But are you saying like they lost one?
Did they? I don't know what they were nominated for, but it just felt like I think when I was looking at it, I feel like they were nominated for more.
Also, did you see that? The song that won best Latin video is a song by Billie Eilish and Rosalía.
Yeah, I did. That's weird.
And she's like Spanish as well.
Yeah.
Oops.
People still like her though. I don't know. Yeah. They're like, I guess if you're talented, you can get away with it. I don't know. I don't really listen to her, so I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know if she is talented. Is she?
Sure. I'm not a big fan. I like the song, but I don't know if it was best Latin video. It's also they're not doing anything.
Yeah.
They're quite literally.
I never heard. I didn't even know that song was a thing.
It was for Euphoria.
What?
For the special, yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess that's another critique I have of it. Is like they're not. It's like the video music awards, but sometimes I feel like they're not even taking the video into consideration.
Yeah, they kind of just.
But it's also the fans, so like they don't give a fuck. Their fave could literally stand in front of a white wall and they would be like, "Oh my god."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just at this point they're just like, nah.
Yeah. So that's my only quip with it, but like how are you going to change fan opinions? You know, it's just basically like who has the best fans.
And you can't really make people like in terms of voting, you can't really make people like if you make them make an account, then they're just not going to that's too much work, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe like that thing where you like verify. What is that called?
Oh yeah.
The
Catcha, reCatcha or something like that.
That wouldn't be that bad.
But I didn't know this, but the VMAs originally was created to be an alternative to the Grammys. So it was like the cool Grammys. I thought that was fun.
It was a cool
I thought that was
Grammys.
a fun tidbit. But basically, like, I don't think it's so much now, but like when we were growing up, like the VMAs and MTV Movie Awards, especially the MTV Movie and TV Awards when Twilight was a thing.
Oh,
was like the biggest deal.
but you know what's so funny? They would go to these awards in like t-shirts and jeans.
I love it.
I love it. It seems so fun.
So fun. so fun. I think that's another thing that was like cool about the VMAs and that thing is like it's just like way more casual. Like it just felt like relaxed and like oh, celebrities are just like us. They wear jeans. But it was like pop culture central. I was gonna like write some iconic moments, but like you know
that kind of moment. Yeah.
What's your favorite iconic moment? Do you have
from
any?
the VMAs?
Yeah.
Was the Britney
or the MTV Movie and TV Awards? Yeah. Literally any Britney Spears performance.
I think the Britney snake is just like I cannot believe.
Yeah, literally
That's
anytime
so
Britney stepped on the stage. Oh my god, I can't wait till she's actually free and she's gonna make a comeback to the VMAs.
The way she deleted her Instagram.
She did?
Yeah, she was like, guys, I need a break. BRB, because she got engaged.
Well, I don't. Maybe she didn't. Maybe
No. She tweeted. She's like, guys, I just got engaged, so like. I'll be
queen.
back. She just like
take your time, queen. We're ready for you.
Yeah,
we're ready for you whenever.
I will say, when was the Taylor Swift Kanye West thing VMAs?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna say that one actually.
Oh, that's your favorite?
Yes, because the like that had ripple effects.
the butterfly effect of that one event alone.
Yeah,
was insane.
Like poor Taylor, but like that is insane.
Yeah,
that's my favorite. What's your favorite?
I lived for like the MTV TV and Movie Awards for like they had so many fun categories. I had it pulled up.
It was like best kiss, best
okay, so currently the awards are I'm gonna only read the fun ones. Okay. Best scared as shit performance. Best villain, best hero, best kiss.
I love how it was best frightened performance and then they changed it.
Yeah. It was just like because it's like MTV's a little edgy.
Let's just go for it.
Best kiss was like the best one, of course. Like
who won this year? Was it like the kissing booth?
It was it was the kissing booth.
I'm not gonna look it up.
So yeah, don't even. And best fight, best on-screen team. Some retired awards were oh my god when Zac Efron won best body or something like that.
Oh god, thank God that's not a category anymore.
Best shirtless performance, and Zac Efron won, and then Rita Ora ripped off his shirt. That was so
I literally don't even remember that.
That was so deep, and it was like when he was like Baywatch. So that was when he like won. So he's like super ripped. I thought that's like probably one of my favorite because it was so awkward. It was so awkward. Another one is. They had an ensemble cast one in 2016. I didn't know that.
I love how some years they just like
tearjerkers, best what the fuck moment, biggest badass star, best line from a movie, best gut wrenching performance, best summer movie you haven't seen yet, best video game based on a movie. The fact that's so 2005. That is quintessential.
That award would only survive in 2005.
So I just think it's fun. I don't think it's like too serious. I think it's just like a place for celebrities. I don't think so much as now because I think social media ruined it. But like when the Taylor stuff happened, it's like 2009. That was like when we still had flip phones, you know.
Yeah.
I think like iPhones were just coming out, but it wasn't like as wide as it is now. But like that's the place. These were the places that like celebrities were just openly drunk.
Yeah.
I didn't know that when I was a kid, but watching them back now, I was like, oh, they're all just fucked up.
Yeah.
They're all just maybe on drugs as well, probably.
Most likely.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. But now, and also, I remember oh my God, all these memories are coming back, but they used to have like a camera on like the, what's it called? The audience.
Right.
And I remember one year when like Taylor, it was like the year after Taylor and Harry like broke up, and like they like kept on putting reactions of like anything One Direction did to like Taylor, and they really painted her like a villain. Yeah. I don't know if she actually, I mean, I honestly
the year she did the British accent.
Yeah.
And then they cut to Harry.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
The people who did those editings.
Yeah.
Raised.
I wouldn't be surprised if she actually was talking shit. But like, honestly, I would be talking shit about my ex too.
I would too. If he left me on a boat.
Of course. And he's looking that motherfucking good as well. Like, girl, I'm trying to win the fight. I'm trying to win the
And also,
the
like,
ending.
I feel like the British accent, it's just slightly petty. Like, it's not even like.
Yeah, it was just fun.
It's just like a little middle finger.
Yeah, and it's like they were like in their early 20s. So it's like, it's not that deep, guys.
It's not that deep.
But it's funny when you're like 10 and you're like, oh my God, how dare she?
It's so fun.
Yeah. I was so worked up about it. I remember.
Really?
I was like, fuck Taylor.
Oh?
That was when I stopped being a Taylor fan. Because I was like, that is so dumb.
Did you know about like the whole? I didn't know
whole villainizing female celebrities thing as well. So
no, but did you know like how their thing? Because I didn't know he left her on a boat.
Yeah,
I found out this year.
No, I remember when that happened. And I remember I was so deranged. I was like, well, she must have done something so terrible.
Oh my God.
We were all awful when we were like
absolutely
9 and I think I was like 13 at the point, but still, I don't think I stopped being awful until like last year.
I was about to say that, and even now, it's up for grabs. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, we're still developing for sure. I don't.
And the male brain takes longer to develop, so.
So you're saying I don't have an excuse?
Yeah. The male brain is like 37 or something.
Yeah, it's just like a fun time, you know. But yeah,
I
remember. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They had like the camera, and I remember like especially when like I think it was like when Miley Cyrus was hosting or something, and like. Or like it was like when Miley Cyrus did like that performance of Robin Thicke. Oh my God.
Reactions.
Oh my God. I think it was like they had like the Smith family.
Yeah.
Like Will Smith, you know. Yeah. And they were like they were just like in shock. They were just we just need to put it on this story. No context.
No context. VMA, what year was it? Like 2016? I
don't know.
What Can't Stop, was that the name of the song? And we can.
Yeah. But I just loved that part. I wish they brought it back, dude. It is a literal. Oh my God. And then I remember Lady Gaga, because the One Direction got booed so much that year. Like it was like you could audibly hear it.
That's so weird.
I don't know. People just don't like boy bands at that time, I guess. But Lady Gaga, I remember seeing a video for her being like, you guys don't deserve that. And I remember it was like the audience thing. She's like, are they booing them?
She was like turning around.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
love Lady Gaga.
Protect her at all costs. It's just fun, a good time. But yeah, social media ruined it because I feel like now celebrities like are crucified if they like act out in any type of way. But
I feel like the VMAs like now it's like the whole thing is like what crazy thing is gonna happen this year. Like Doja literally talks about it like this year when she was hosting. Mm-hmm. She was like, oh my God, so many crazy things have happened. Like this thing. But
yeah,
like,
I think that was their downfall when they tried to like inbred like something was crazy.
Yeah.
Because then like now when anything crazy happens, it's like, okay, was that manufactured?
Yeah. They should not have they should have like maybe acknowledged it but not leaned into it.
Just supply the alcohol, guys. Yeah, that's all you need to do, and they'll do the work. Like,
oh my God, your reality TV producer brain just turned on.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, well, actually, no, they limit drinks on reality TV shows now. It's like 2 drinks.
Do they?
Yeah, Love Island has always been like that.
Oh,
they can only have 2 drinks and stuff. So yeah, I love it. I live for it. I will still watch it. I think this year was like actually fun.
It was fun, and I love Doja Cat. I think she's a great host.
Hilarious. I wish we saw her more.
Yeah.
To be honest, I feel like we didn't see her that much.
You know what's weird? The thing with hosts, sometimes I'm like, they're like too much, or they're like there for 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. I'm like, hello, pick something. Pick what you want.
They should have her back. I think also like she's probably limited. I think also she's probably nervous as fuck. Yeah. She's just naturally fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that was like she's never hosted before like that. So.
Did you see the Pepsi commercial?
No, she was in Dave, so she acts.
Oh yeah, but she was barely in it.
Yeah, that's true.
But did you see her Pepsi commercial or the Coca-Cola?
Yeah.
commercial?
And Olivia Newton-John even was like, "Oh my God, this is so awesome."
That was one of the best things I've ever seen.
It's so cute. Come on, Pepsi.
Oh my God.
Turning it around from the Kendall ad.
That was so good.
Good for them. Oh my God, remember when One Direction had a Pepsi ad?
No.
Oh my God, after this we need to look it up.
Wait, what was it?
It was basically just it was basically just them with Peyton Manning, and they were just like talking about how each of them were so successful in different types of ways.
I do remember this. It's not like one of my favorites. We should do an episode of Pepsi commercials. I love Pepsi
honestly, yeah, or like good, like iconic commercials. Yeah. Oh my God, yeah, I'd be down. Fun. I liked it because it was like peak One Direction. Obviously, I'm gonna like anything they do. It was like literally the peak of their fucking popularity. That
like
shit came
this
out.
is their doll outfits.
Oh my God, yeah, yep. Oh my god, that fucking blonde strip in Zayn's hair. Bye. That was a crime. I'm so sorry, Zayn.
You know, I almost did it.
I wouldn't be surprised if you did it tomorrow. To be honest, like.
Honestly, yeah. Honestly, yeah.
The last one that we just wanted to like quickly shout out was the Independent Spirit Awards. I just wanted to talk about this because I think it's cool. The Cool Girl Awards.
I think they have the most leeway to be a little spicy.
Yeah.
A little edgy.
Yeah, they could be like the good like middle ground between like the classy Oscars and like the like trashy MTV.
Yeah.
With peace and love, because I love it.
Yeah.
We know we're signing up for it with MTV and stuff.
I think I've only watched the years when Audrey Plaza was hosting because I was a Plazanator.
Yeah.
And
Plazanator. I'm still a Plazanator.
Yeah, me too. But she's not really doing anything right now.
I don't think anybody's doing anything right now.
That's a very good point. I forgot the pandemic. But they're fun.
Yeah.
It feels like everyone's having a good time. I do want to know who votes and how it works.
I didn't know. In some ways, the Spirit Awards are modeled after People's Choice Awards. Winners are chosen by members of the Organization of Film Independent, a Los Angeles-based nonprofit organization that promote and support indie film, which anyone with a passion of movie making can join for free. But you can't be a voting member. There's like specific voting members. But I'm definitely going to join now if it's for a fee, not for free. For a fee. I hope it's like less than $100 because I will sign up. It runs programs at LACMA and labs for up and comers, as well as panels and screenings throughout the year. It's worth noting, however, that the Spirit Awards nominations are selected by a committee comprised of various film professionals. How do they vote? The nominees are determined by the committee, and among them are actors, writers, directors, critics, and more, which I think is fun.
That is fun.
Once the contenders are selected, then the voting is opened up to all members of the Film Independent. So let's join. Who select their favorites online. Each voting period usually begins in February. So I think that's fun. I think it's like it makes sense that like people in the industry are like nominating it, but I think it's cool that like honestly anybody can really join that loves movies. Yeah. At the end of the day, and can vote on this.
Screenings for the movies.
Yeah, so fun.
It's $95 a year.
Kind of down.
Yeah, that's honestly not too bad.
I'm kind of down. And for screenings and stuff, and like
when we go back to
probably
LA,
events, like I feel like it would be like a good.
It's
like an investment, like something you can write off on your taxes.
Yeah. Okay. Multiple free member-only events every month. Guest invitation for most screenings and Q&As. Discounted rates for paid events and priority registration.
It's a good networking opportunity. Honestly, I feel like.
And you get discounts on like submissions and like classes and labs and programs.
So fun. Oh my god, I'm definitely joining.
Yeah, what the hell? This is so cool.
See, this is what I love. This is what I think I love this because it's community building at the end of the day. And it's like, it's taking anybody that loves film and like wants to go into movie making can do it and like be a part of like a community. Because I feel like all these other award shows, it's like, besides like the VMAs, it feels like really like elitist in a way. And like only people that are already successful can like take part in it. Where for this, I feel like is like it's for the everyman.
Yeah, and it's a nonprofit.
Love it.
There's no negatives here.
And I feel like it's always fun. Like it's not like I think it's televised, but it's not like a big event.
No.
So it's cool and like just
you
like
can definitely watch it on YouTube.
And like like it's I think it's cool like the movies that have won for Best Picture, like Little Miss Sunshine won, Juno won, Precious won, Black Swan, like stuff like that.
8th grade win. Because I think I remember Bo Burnham doing a speech where he's like, have fun at the Oscars, losers. Because he wasn't nominated for... There was like a thing.
No, he was nominated. If Beale Street Could Talk won.
Oh, okay.
But he was nominated. But like, it's like movie, like Florida Project and stuff like that. Like American Honey. Like little lower budget movies. I think it's like the criteria is like it has to be under like a certain million, but it's like it seems like a lot to like a regular person, but like in terms of like movie making and studios, it's not like too bad. But like it's like movies like that. I mean, there definitely is some overlap with like some Oscar nominees and stuff. I think especially as of recently, but it does give opportunity to movies that like normally wouldn't get the Oscar. Like The Farewell just got the Oscar in 2019, and honestly like it doesn't have a chance at the Oscars because of like the biases and stuff that we previously alluded to, but it meant so much that it won there, you know.
Yeah, that's like I love it.
It's like people that actually like aren't jaded yet by the industry.
Yet.
You know? Yet. So yeah, I like it.
I like it too.
I love them. They're the cool girl
and
right
Aubrey
now.
Plaza's such a good host. Like,
like they're
watch
just
her,
so
like,
smart. Like I
yeah.
just think it's so cool.
Yeah.
What they do. Love it. So I think that was a good note to end it on. We're still gonna watch award shows.
Yeah.
I think I feel like they're gonna come back up.
I think they have some changes to make in terms of like everything.
Yeah. Oh.
For all of these. But I do think that like they're learning like what people like, what people don't like, what like this generation cares about.
Yeah.
So I think we're getting there.
Slowly but surely.
We might see you guys next week. We might not. It's up in the air right now.
Yeah, Daniel has not updated me, so that makes me a little nervous.
Okay, well, I have one scheduled for October 7th.
Okay.
So there will be 1 week where we might just not have one.
Okay, yeah, because I'm going out of town for like a week.
Yeah. And happy birthday. Early.
Thank you.
I don't know if we'll
so
say
much.
it next week, so.
Yeah.
I'll
probably forget by then.
It's your birthday?
Because we'll probably film it after my birthday.
Oh, that's true.
Technically, this is my birthday episode.
Yeah.
So happy birthday to me.
So happy birthday to Kim.
Where's my award?
Okay.
Okay, bye.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next week. Maybe. I don't know. Bye.